In this video, I am going to show how the NPN transistor functions, how the biasing is fed to the NPN transistor, and what is the normal voltage in NPN transistor emitter, base, and collector. In my last video, I showed you the transistor biasing circuit and how it functions. Okay, now today I am going to measure the voltage at the emitter, base, collector, and also the VBE, the voltage between base and emitter. So in this transistor, emitter, base, collector. So I have assembled the transistor circuit, biasing circuit in a tag board. This board is called as a tag board, and emitter is connected to the ground, collector is connected to the supply. So I have shown a red wire as a positive supply and black is the negative. Okay, here I have a power supply circuit where I get 9 volts supply at this point. Okay, so between this end and this end, okay, this is negative and this is positive. So I'm getting plus 9 volt supply. Okay, negative and positive. So this 9 volt supply is given to the transistor. So if you trace the circuit, how will you trace the circuit? From emitter, this is emitter, base, collector. From emitter, 470 ohms resistor is connected to ground. 470 ohms resistor is connected to ground potential. And from the base, 10k is connected to ground. So from the base, 10k is connected to the ground. From the base, 47k is connected to the supply point plus. So 47k is connected to the supply point. So this is RB1, RB2. So this is RB2 and RB1. And from the collector, RC 2.2k is connected to the supply. So from collector, 2.2k is connected to the supply point. This is the biasing. Now I am going to measure the voltage at emitter, base, collector, and between emitter and base. Okay. So since I have applied DC voltage, I am selecting 20 volts DC in the multimeter. Okay. Always keep the negative probe in the negative side, the reference point. So with respect to reference only, I am going to measure all the voltages. So this is the reference. Okay, so negative goes over here. So this is a negative point. So from negative, from this point, I am going to measure the supply VCC. So VCC is approximately 8.93. So approximately equivalent to 9 volts, 9 volts DC, right? So emitter with respect to ground, emitter is 0.88, base is 1.5, collector is 4.82. Okay, I'll note down this. Emitter is 0.88 volts, base is 1.5 volts, collector is 4.8 volts, and VBE. VBE is nothing but the difference between base and emitter. So this is base and emitter. So emitter base junction always it should be forward bias. That means positive to base and negative to emitter. So 0.64. Since it is a silicon transistor, the drop across VP should be 0.6 volts. So it is showing 0.64 volts. Okay, 0.64. Right? I'll measure once again. Emitter and base. 0.63, 0.64. Okay. So that is the voltage I am getting it. What is the supply voltage? VCC is the supply voltage. Supply voltage already I told you it is around 8.92 volts. Almost equal to 9 volts. So 8.9 volts DC. Okay. Right. This is the normal voltage in a transistor biasing circuit. Okay. Now RB1. Okay. RB1 47k resistor is open. So I have opened this resistor now. Okay, if this resistor is open, what will be the voltage at the emitter, base, collector? I'll measure it. So with respect to ground, I am measuring the voltage at the emitter. Emitter is 0, base is 0, collector is 8.89, 8.9. So equivalent to VCC. So emitter is 0, base is 0, collector is 8.9 volts. And VB, so VB will also be 0, right? Because base is 0, emitter is 0, no? So VB is 0. Okay. So why this is happening? We will analyze it. Okay. So when RB1 is open, base will become 0. Okay. When base is 0, no current flow through the base. Base current is 0, no current flow through the base. Base current is also 0. When there is no base current, there is no collector current. When there is no collector current, there is no drop across the RC. When there is no drop across the RC, the collector voltage will be equal to the supply. So that's why you are getting 8.9 volts. Okay, so that's it. Now we will see what will happen with the emitter base collector voltage when RE is open. Okay, this is the emitter resistor RE 470 ohms. So when RE is open, what will happen? There won't be any base current. Okay, when there is no base current, no collector current. So collector voltage will be equal to the supply because there won't be any drop. Only when the current flows, there will be a drop. Now there is no drop, so collector voltage will be equal to supply. And base voltage, what will happen to base voltage? Since there is no base current, the drop across this resistor will be slightly reduced. So the base voltage will increase. Okay, when the base voltage increases and when we measure the emitter voltage, this voltage will be hanging at the emitter. So the voltage at the emitter also will increase. So emitter voltage increases, base voltage also increases, collector voltage also will be equal to supply. What will happen to the VBE? Between base and emitter, there won't be any voltage drop because no base current. Okay, let us see practically. Okay, so with respect to ground, with respect to negative, emitter voltage 1.14, base is 1.55. So emitter is 1.14, base is 1.55. So emitter is 1.14, base is 1.55. And let us see what is the collector voltage. So collector voltage will be equal to supply, right? So 8.9 volts. And what is the VBE? Between emitter and base, I will get 0 volts because there is no base current. So collector voltage is equal to 8.9 volts and VB is 0. So whenever VB is 0, that means there is no base current. So if the VB is 0, clearly we can say that there is a fault in the base current path. In this path there is a fault. Okay, so why the collector voltage is equal to supply? Because when there is no base current, there won't be any collector current. So no drop across RC. So collector voltage will be equal to supply. So this is how we have to analyze it and rectify the fault actually. So this transistor biasing, once you are thorough with this transistor biasing, you can attend any faults in any of the PCB.